This is, I guess, a day of attacks. Yet another attack. Now I'm getting the searing pain thing in my head, and I look up and there's a gentleman sitting here fishing. Let's go ahead and go near him. Go ahead and take a video of who he is and what he's doing. This is just the normal type of behavior that goes on a regular basis. Let's go ahead and just take a look. Yep, white guy. Okay. Hispanic, maybe. Now, as you see, this lake is a huge amount of places where you can fish. I don't know if you can see, there's not many people fishing, so there's plenty of spots. However, the best spot, obviously, the best possible spot for all of them is right next to me. So this is not a conspiracy. For anything that could possibly say that, oh, you're making it up, it's a conspiracy. I've showed, and this is literally within the last 2 hours, within the last hour, a constant need to get near me and attack me. This is no joke. Constant. Now, after I started recording, the attacking has ceased a little bit. I don't know if the camera can pick up what it is that they're doing. It is possible, maybe that's why they don't want to be recorded, because it might be possible to actually see with some form of technology what might actually be happening and how they're doing the things that they're doing. But as you can see, again, there is a huge, there's so much other space in which anyone could go and fish. However, this guy and everyone else seems to find the need to come near me. And this is a regular thing. I just got the phone to record it, but it's been years of this. Literally years. And now he's gonna act like he's not doing it. And this is one of the things that I find really hilarious. That they act like they're not doing anything. I was sleeping in another park at one point. And this is one of the things that I know how people aren't gay, naturally. There's no such thing as natural, but like how they have to be influenced to do certain things, and even molestation. I was sleeping in a park, and they were doing their thing, like similar to what this guy is doing, show up, and sometimes like they might be in a car and they might just park right next to me. And he was in my mind trying to get me to be okay with molestation. They would invoke an emotion in me and say, please let me mind control you. Please let me molest you. It's okay. And they do it in a way, and they might say it right out straight. Please let me mind control you, please. But a lot of times it's like this need, this influence in which, oh look, he's moving now. A lot of times, no such thing as time, but there are moments in which They will do it like it's okay if you allow me to be with you, that sort of thing. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Literally trying to create in your own mind a connection with rapists and manipulators and this nasty shit. Who knows what this kid's doing? He's ran around here about 4 or 5 times. And again, I'm just saying, this happens everywhere I go. For example, if I go to the library, there will be someone who shows up and tries to force themselves on me in terms of some type of interaction. The program, I don't know if it's the Matrix or whatever the fuck it is, has this idea, this desire to try and make me female. Obviously, I'm a guy. I'm not gay. I've had my own personal experience with them trying to force me to be gay through mind control. Like, for example, trying to, and it's not just mind control. It's like physical control of your body. Like, for example, flashing images of men naked, and then flooding, and then pushing blood into your penis so that it gets hard and horny. Enhancing, and here's the nasty part. Here's some of the nasty part. Enhancing what it feels like to take a shit. Making the sensory neurons in your ass feel really good when you take a shit. Yeah. I'm talking complete and total intrusion into your body in ways that you would never even imagine. And then walk around like this and act like nothing's happening. Death to you all. Oh, look. Now he's taking the fuck off. You know why? One of the reasons why. Because I'm fucking killing them. They show up with the fucking bullshit. Like a fucking programmed molesting pedophile. And it's women too, as I just showed earlier in the previous video. And they all do different things. I fucking kill them. My body is in a consistent state of death. That means that nothing can live inside of it for too long. So whatever they're doing, they must leave at some point. Because they're not able to survive in me. Ever. I've taken away pleasure, meditation, energy, love, in order to rid myself of this virus. And now it's going the fuck down. It's dying. And it doesn't care about the pleasantries any longer. Not that it really cared that much beforehand, but it does seem at some point it has some issue with being truthful about what it really is, and so therefore it likes to hide its intentions, even if they're very obvious. I guess for deniability. Like if you went to court and you hired a judge and some other things, scientists or whatever, and say, hey, I'm a targeted individual. I have these things that are happening to me on a regular basis. People keep showing up and harassing me in different ways, but you can't see it. Not with your eyes. I can feel it, but you can't necessarily see it. It's kind of like radio waves and Wi-Fi and all sorts of other things that are invisible to the eye, but may exist in other lights, in other spectrums, other things. But they do it so that you can't go and prove it in court unless you kept a video camera on you at all moments and showed the interaction that you have with people, and actually went up and interacted with people and showed what their interaction is like, and then we're able to attach monitors onto my skin and into my body that showed things that were happening to my body on a regular basis. If that were possible, then you might be able to prove it. If anyone would be even willing to participate in such a study. I'm guessing good luck with that. I'm guessing it may not be possible at this stage, and that's why I'm killing them. Because it may not be possible to prove it. Now we have a police type of guy that may loiter about. And that's another thing that I've noticed. Police showing up and being very interested in interacting with me as well. Over the last couple of days, ever since I got the phone, one of the things that's been happening is that as soon as I walk into a store, the security has been called. And even yesterday, I walked into a store. All I did was touch an item. I heard immediately that security called. And then I didn't grab anything. I walked outside. The manager's like, you got anything in your bag? He already was outside waiting for me to see if I was taking anything. Second time I've ever been in the store. At least in the last 6 months. 6 to 8 months. And he was on the phone with the cops. I hadn't touched and taken a thing out of the store. They had already initiated a protocol in which they will call the cops if I even go into a store. Could you imagine what could be happening if that is the case? This is not an abnormal thing. I've had them constantly calling cops on me. And, for example, I grabbed a beer out of a store. A grocery store that makes millions. $2 beer. I had one of their people run outside after me, yelling at me, saying, I'm calling the cops right now. Now, I've worked in a retail store. I've never seen anyone so motivated about that. Usually it's one of those losses. If you go behind a grocery store, you'll see that they throw away at least $500,000-$600,000 worth of shit every single day. We're the cops with that issue. Peace.